Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've been on with these travel videos, but I had an idea today for one that's recently become of interest and concern to me. And that is, while staying in Thailand here this past month, I've had the good luck to have a motorbike to use. And I then found out while traveling around that the police are getting much more vigorous about setting up these kind of checkpoints for motorcycle drivers, and they check for, of course, the helmet, which used to be the only thing I think that they would pull you over if you didn't have a helmet. But now they're checking for having a proper Thai uh, motorcycle driver's license, which takes a day or two to get. And when I asked about getting it, I was told, well, you have to have a non-tourist visa. You have to have like a, work permit or retiree visa, or you have to have a education visa, something other than tourist. Tourists cannot apply for this. It's not permitted. So you're kind of stuck. I mean, you either, don't enjoy the traveling freely around on a motorbike, or you take the risk of getting fined, and it can be up to maybe 1,000 baht. They can confiscate your driver's license. You can have to go down to the station, and it can be quite serious. Now, so a couple times I've encountered police, but I've seen them ahead and been able to turn off and go down a side road and figure out a strategy for getting out of there. And I've been lucky. One time I passed, and if they're too busy with too many people they pulled over, they won't pull over additional people. You can just go right by. That happened once. But I heard a funny story about a friend who was pulled over 2 or 3 times, and the situation was quite serious. On the third occasion, this friend saw the police at the checkpoint ahead and was frightened, and so turned around and tried to reverse direction and make a U-turn. And the police pursued that friend, and they went down the road and into a small soy, and then ducked into a little alley where they hid the bike and went to the door and asked the person if they could come in and just have a break, have a glass of water. And the old Thai gentleman was very kind, and he understood immediately. He said, "Oh, it's police, isn't it?" And they said, "Yes, police." So he said, "I understand. Come in." And actually, the police tracked the person down to that house, and came to the door and knocked on the door and asked the owner, "Is that person? Did you see them on the motorbike?" And he was very kind and said, "No, I haven't seen anything." And so the police went away, and eventually, when the coast was clear, the owner directed the person that you could travel safely now and get on your bike and go and be more careful. So it's quite traumatic. I mean, you could be jailed for these kinds of things. So I'm just wanting to caution those of you who like to come to Thailand and have a holiday here. Bring your hard-earned money and give it to the country, and in return for which they don't show much gratitude by making it easy for you to enjoy your holiday traveling around by motorbike and so on. There's just no way that you can do that safely. So I just thought I'd let you all know, and be careful. And I always carry 500 baht note, by the way. This is, you would call it a bribe, but it's just sort of a way to expedite. I don't want to go to the police station and fill out paperwork and pay, 1,000 baht or whatever the fine is. So I try to make an excuse and plead that you please accept my apologies and 500 baht, and I'll be more careful and so on. And so that's worked in the past, but I wouldn't carry more than that, because I just keep that somewhere, because they know you have more. They may try to extract that. I liken these police at their checkpoints to those nature videos, National Geographic, where you see the wildebeest trying to cross ford the stream, and there are all these alligators just waiting, because they know that they have to cross through there to get to the other side. And so, of course, as soon as they go in there, the ones on the outside usually are the ones that get pulled down by the alligators and killed and eaten. And then the smart ones, of course, see that there's a bridge up there, and they go up the stream and go over the bridge. So unfortunately, there's no real bridge in this case, except for being vigilant, keeping your eye about maybe 1 or 2 kilometers ahead down the road, you can see they're very visible. So it's not a problem to recognize that they're on the road. If you see them, pull over immediately. Maybe pull out your phone, act like you're making a phone call, and then figure out a strategy. Well, if there's a sawyer or a U-turn that you can duck into and, you know, reverse direction, or just go off for a while and just, you know, just maybe have a coffee or something and hope that they finish their exercise and leave. Anyway, I wish the best to all of you. I just know these kind of things can spoil a person's day and create resentment. And, you know, it's just unfortunate that, you know, the real problem to me, I don't mind that they're trying to exercise their laws, but they make no provision for tourists to do the right thing and get a license. And secondly, I've never seen police do anything to help solve real problems that cause danger, like where people run red lights, or they're riding down the wrong lane, or, you know, speeding. I've never once seen anyone stopped for what was a real safety issue. But boy, they sure pull them over by the hundreds for not having a helmet or a license and extracting that money. So anyway, I don't have the best view, I guess, of police here, but I'm more scared of them than I am of criminals, actually. But anyway, so you all take care and be safe, drive safe, and hopefully maybe there's some way we can all petition, and maybe they'll see a way to make provision for us to come and drive in compliance with the law and safely. Thank you. Till next video. Bye-bye. This is Mark. Bye-bye.